Today, we're going to go over something in particular. We're going to go over prompt engineering utilizing ChatGPT. And so I want you guys to really dig in with me and be excited about this, because now some of you, I hope that all of you are at a computer, but I know some of you are not. I know sometimes people jump in on this while they're in the middle of showings or stuff like that. So that being said, this entire class is being recorded, and it is going to be posted on my YouTube channel. So you just got to hit my YouTube channel. And every class, by the way, that any of our leaders host on a daily basis are also in there. Okay. So super exciting stuff, right? Now, why do we want to talk about prompt engineering in ChatGPT? Well, come on, let's face it. ChatGPT has been like the talk of the town, right? Like since it really hit the market and came out strong, it has really impacted businesses' lives. It is said already that at least several hundred millionaires have been made through OpenAI and ChatGPT. Think about that for a minute, right? People are utilizing ChatGPT in their businesses and enhancing them. Here's the other crazy part. My wife sent me something the other day that said 4.2 million, hear me out, 4.2 million jobs will be lost to ChatGPT. Right? Now, think about this for a minute. After I show you what I show you today, you're going to think about advertising agencies. You're going to think about copyright people that you pay to write something for you, right? You're going to think about social media people. You're going to think about all this stuff. And these little things right here, you're going to notice that just with what I show you today, you'll be able to handle a lot of this stuff in just a matter of a couple minutes, or an amazing personal assistant be able to handle a lot of this stuff in admin. And you're not going to need to pay $1,500 to a copyright person, or et cetera, et cetera. Now, doesn't mean that they're out of business. It means those of them that are utilizing this technology will surpass. So something, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll hear something that I repeatedly say. As a real estate agent, AI will not take your job. It can't. ChatGPT cannot show houses. However, agents who are utilizing AI technology at a very high level will absolutely take your position, right? World is changing. As nobody on the Zoom, I promise you right now, with a flip phone. Not one. Not one. Nobody has a flip phone. Everybody's got a smartphone. Why? Because you had to step up to the plate. Right? My mom is pushing 70 years old this year. She has an iPhone. Does she ask me a lot of questions about the iPhone? Absolutely. Right? It's a given. But she has it. She uses it. It's her alarm. It's her timer. It's her calendar. It's everything. She's got it. So we have to move with the times. ChatGPT, not going anywhere. Right? And when you think about those who oppose AI, right? So you've got perfect example, Elon Musk. I love this guy. He gets in front of Congress. He says, AI is a problem. We should not let it grow. Then it grows. By the way, Elon Musk is one of the founders of ChatGPT and walked away because he didn't like the direction the company was going. Now he gets back in front of the government, says, AI is a bad idea. We need to put things in place that slow it down, because it's going to move too quick. And it's going to, A, hurt the economy, and B, God knows what else he knows that we don't know. Right? Like robots are probably walking around the Tesla factory right now. And so he decides, okay, cool. If I can't beat them, I'm going to join them. And he just announced that he's going to be launching his own version to compete with ChatGPT, which Google has already done with Bard. And Amazon has recently announced that they're pushing something out. Microsoft doesn't have to do anything because they own more than half of ChatGPT. That's the craziness of all this. Now, soon it'll get to the point. Right now, I'm going to show you how to actually go into ChatGPT and utilize ChatGPT. But what a lot of people don't realize is that ChatGPT is a system within OpenAI. OpenAI is the main company, right? OpenAI is exactly what it sounds like. It is an open format that any techie out there can tie into and use the features. So what happens? Microsoft has already announced that they're implementing ChatGPT into their Office software, right? So if you have Word, Excel, and all those other things, you'll be able to just, by a click of a button, the same way you can highlight letters, you're going to be able to insert ChatGPT verbiage, or you'll be able to ask ChatGPT questions right from Word. You won't have to leave Word. You won't have to leave Excel. You won't have to leave PowerPoint. Here's the crazier part. There's other AI technologies that you can type in an idea of a presentation that you want to give, and it'll create the entire PowerPoint presentation for you. There's another AI that if you give it what your company does and what you want it to represent, it will build a website for you. This is the kind of stuff that's out there right now. So what happens to web developers, content writers, content creators, copywriters, et cetera, right? And so it is scary stuff, but I've been so like high level on this because I believe that those of us that are in the real estate business that utilize this and talk about it more and more and more and practice using it, we're going to take our businesses to the next level. And we're going to be unstoppable. We're going to be like the freaking water's going to part when we walk past. Okay. And this is the kind of stuff I really want you to get excited about. I want you to really be prompted about. So one of the things that I'll talk about right now is we're going to create something super simple, a post on Facebook. Okay. We're going to create a post on Facebook, or you can utilize this as an ad. Originally, we created it so that we can run it as an ad. Okay. And I'm going to let you guys participate, right? So I want you to watch what I'm doing. Try not to go to ChatGPT and start doing this. I want you to watch what I'm doing, then come back later to the recording and then test it out for yourself step by step. Fair enough? Because I want you to see how this operates. So one thing that we do wrong in this real estate business a lot of times, especially when you're new to the market, new to the industry, is that we just go widespread. Like we go, listen, I'm a real estate agent. Whoever wants to fucking buy something, just let me know. I'm in. Okay. It's a warehouse. I'm in. Right. It's a house. I'm in. It's a condo. I'm in. It's a shopping center. I will write the contract. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna write the contract. Right. And so we don't niche. And one of the things that I really want you to get focused on is having an avatar. Who are you selling to? Right. So who is important? The avatar. And you'll hear me talk about this a lot because one of the biggest mistakes I made coming out of the Marine Corps was not going after military personnel. When I first came out of the Marine Corps, I should have just stood back. If somebody would have mentored me the way that I'm trying to help you right now, and somebody said to me, you need an avatar. Who do you want to work with? I would immediately said military personnel because I know how much of a pain in the butt it is to move from one base to another, to another, to another, to another. Throughout a career, right? And so have an avatar. Avatars could be first-time home buyers. They could be art collectors. They could be veterans. They could be investors, right? Like you could be the investor specialist. You know where to find the deals. You know how to work the numbers backwards and forwards. You know how to figure out ROI. You know how to figure out cap rates. You know how to create the full presentation for an investor, right? So a bunch of that stuff really matters. And then we're going to talk about what the problem is or the problems they face when looking into the business that you're in, which happens to be real estate, right? And then we're going to talk about solutions. And then we're going to talk about how we get in front of their faces based on this, right? Now, one thing that I'll tell you, when you find an avatar, all right, whatever your avatar is, I want you to sit back and think about what problems that particular avatar faces when trying to buy real estate. And then I want you to become the real estate consultant that solves that problem. And then that's all you talk about. That is all you talk about. That's it, right? It's like being me as a coach. Can I coach a plumber into running a successful business? Yeah, more than likely I can, because business is business at the end of the day. But what do I know? Real estate agents. Who do I love working with? Real estate agents. What industry have I been in for the last 18 years? The real estate industry. Who are most of my friends? Lenders, title sales reps, real estate agents, right? Like by this point in your career, you don't really have other friends that do other stuff, right? Like you got to go find people, okay? And then you don't know how to have a conversation with them, right? So I'm going to share my screen with you guys. And we're going to go knee deep into what I call, or what's known as, prompt engineering. This means that we're going to use several different prompts throughout the process, and we are going to create an ad or a statement or a post that is going to attract the avatar that we desire to work with. And so I'm pulling out a pad and paper because together we're going to work on this a little bit, okay? Nia, first thing is sharing my screen. That would make sense. All right, and then open up my view so I can see all of you. And when I'm sharing my screen, it's hard for me to see the chat box. So I'll run back through the chat box later on if that's okay. I'll try to open it, but it really does make it difficult for me to see it. And then, nope, it's open. It's good. We're in. Sweet. All right. So first thing you're going to see when you log into ChatGPT is that you will fall into the default of GPT 3.5. There is a paid version of ChatGPT, and it works significantly better. So you can see the 3.5, you got 3 out of 5 for reasoning and 2 out of 5 for conscientiousness, right? And speed is quick, okay? But when I go to ChatGPT 4, you see reasoning is 5 out of 5 and consciousness is 4 out of 5. Now, speed is super slow because it thinks a lot longer, right? But obviously, you know they're going to work on that, and eventually there'll be a 4.5. You cannot access 4 without being a member of ChatGPT Plus, which I think is like $20 a month. To be honest with you, I registered. I'll take my $20. I haven't seen it come out of my account yet, so it might be a fluke. Don't tell ChatGPT, okay? All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to identify an audience using ChatGPT, okay? We're going to identify an audience or identify an avatar, okay? So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to move this out the way, and we're going to write stuff up here as we go along. Fair enough. All right, first thing is I'm going to type this in. Give me 10 different types of audiences that would be interested in trading me money in exchange for being blank. In this case, their real estate agent. And as I type, you will realize how much I love autocorrect. Okay. So give me 10 types of audiences that would be interested in trading me money in exchange for being their real estate agent. And now it's going to give me different audiences, right? It's going to give me the 10 types. If you look at these 10 types, here's a little tip, like freedom tip, right? If you look at these 10 audiences that it gives you and you don't like any of them, you can go right back into the chat box and go, give me another 10. And it will give you a completely different 10. This is prompt engineering. It is using one prompt to feed the next prompt, to feed the next prompt, to feed the next prompt, right? Now, here we've got so far, I'm going to make my screen a little bit bigger. You guys see the screen okay? Just write in the chat box. Let me know if you see the screen okay. Awesome. All right. Hopefully Facebook can see it too. I don't think they can see it. All right. So now, what do we have? First-time home buyers, growing families, retirees, real estate investors, relocating professionals, international buyers, divorcees, estate sales, luxury property buyers, property flippers. Why don't you guys pick one? Type inside the chat box. Tell me which one you think is the one we should work with. First-time home buyers, growing families, retirees. What interests you? Type it in there. Investors, okay. Reloads, okay. Growing families, divorcees. We got a little bit of mix of everybody. Growing families. All right, so growing families is winning so far. First-time home buyers is tied. All right, so let's do this. One thing that marketing or one marketing rule that you have to really get into your head is that having a broad answer is not the way to go. You want to get as specific as possible. In this case, right, we can say, so we've got relocation, first-time home buyers, growing families, divorcees, growing families, reloads. So reloads and growing families are tied. Zara says divorcees are 3 commissions. LOL, funny, but not funny. All right, I love that. Okay. I love that. All right, so there's so much truth to that though, right? You sell the main house, then you help them find their own places. So it's 3 commissions. I say the same thing about estate sales. It's a lot of fun, but you know, that one's, I don't want to get that funny. All right, so let's do this. Let's work with first-time home buyers or growing families. I see a lot of people, everybody was tied up a little bit, divorcees tied in at the last minute. So let's do this. Let's do growing families, okay? But growing families is broad. We can all agree on that, right? And so what we're going to do is we're going to say growing families is number 2. And we're going to say, give me 10 specific examples of number 2. Again, prompt engineering, right? Prompt engineering. What are we doing? We're using the next prompt to feed from the previous prompt. So you create one and create another one and create another one to keep feeding and keep feeding, okay? So what this is going to do is this is going to help us narrow down, right, the type of growing families that exist. A couple expecting their first child, a family with multiple children needing separate bedrooms, a family looking for a home with spacious backyard, a family with elderly parents moving in, a family needing a better school district, a family from work from home, or a family with work from home parents, a family requiring more storage space, a family with special needs children, a family with a growing number of pets, right? A family with passion for entertaining. So I've had all of those except for a family with growing number of pets. I don't think I've ever sold a house to somebody that needed to upgrade their house because they had too many pets. But that would be a new one. Now that it's in the universe, I'm sure I'm going to get that call sometime this week. Now let's select one of these audiences to work with. Okay. Who would we work with? A couple expecting first child, couple with multiple children needing separate bedrooms, a family looking for a home with a spacious backyard. I like that one, right? Spacious backyard gives you the idea of selling larger lots, larger homes, that's that kind of nature, instead of selling homes that are kind of cookie cutter tight, close to each other. Family needing better school district. We got to be careful. A family from work from home parents, a family requiring more storage space. Let's do this. This is kind of a new thing post-COVID, right? This is a new thing post-COVID, a family with work from home parents. So remote work becomes more common. Families may need a larger home with dedicated office space for both parents to work comfortably, right? We all agree this is happening in the world today, right? So this is going to be our audience, okay? So I'm going to type this up here. Where's my pen? I'm going to put this up here. So family with work from home parents. Family with work from home parents. My handwriting sucks, guys, so bear with me. All right, now let's go on to the next one. Now that we have a specific audience, I'm going to do this. Tell me the demographics and characteristics of a and then we're going to have our chosen audience above. Family, so tell me the demographics and characteristics of a family with work from home parents. So now we're asking for demographics and characteristics, okay? So here we go. Think about this for a second. We just asked ChatGPT to give us the demo if we were running a Facebook ad, if any of you have ever ran a Facebook ad before. You've got age ranges and things of that nature, right? And so how do we go after families that with work from home parents, it actually tells you that work from home parents are often in their 30s to 50s. Education, these parents often hold a higher education degree, such as a bachelor's, master's, or doctoral. Socioeconomics, work from home parents may have higher household incomes compared to families with parents who work outside the home. This is often due to the higher paying jobs associated with remote work. Employment, work from home parents typically hold jobs in industries that are conducive to remote work, such as tech, finance, marketing, education, and healthcare. Marital status, many work from home parents are married or in a long-term partnership. Home ownership, these families are more than likely to own their homes as often prioritize having a dedicated workspace. Location, work from home families may be more likely to live in suburban or rural areas rather than urban centers. This is because they have more flexibility in their choice of location. Think about that, right? Like, most people who live downtown is because they either want to be close to everything that's happening, but we're talking about a family here. And so families are probably trying to get away from the craziness, right? The clubs, the bars, the this, the that, the restaurants. And if you are a family that happens to live downtown or in a major city, it's because you work there and you're trying to reduce your commute. When you work from home, you have massive flexibility. So we could take this and we could say location, right? We can move away. Technology, these families are typically tech savvy. Time management, work from home parents often need to be skilled in managing their time effectively. Flexibility, these families often have more flexible daily routines, such as work from home parents can adjust their work schedules to accommodate family needs, such as attending school events or caring for a sick child. Now that we've identified the audience with the help of ChatGPT, the next step is to find them on social media, right? So we get the identifying the product and identifying who to sell to, but now we're going to identify the problems that these folks face. Okay. So let's say we come in here and we say, what are the 10 problems? Sorry. That families with work from home parents specifically experience that hiring a real estate agent can help solve, alleviate, or remedy. Now we want to know what problems they have. What's typical out there, right? And so problem number one, finding a home with suitable workspace, right? Problem number two, evaluating internet connectivity. So yeah, they might be able to want to live in a rural area, but do they have that internet connectivity that they need? We know that some places in America, when you go to rural, it gets very hard. They don't lay down fiber out there and stuff like that. So it makes it hard for them to connect. If they can't use their cell phones and can't use their computers, it's not going to be the right place for them, right? Identifying family friendly neighborhoods, navigating home buying process, right? Navigating the actual process of home buying, balancing home size and budget, assessing potential for expansion or remodeling, ensuring privacy, identifying energy efficient homes, managing time sensitive transactions, and addressing accessibility and ergonomics. Okay, so this is beautiful because now we have some problems. We're going to identify a problem that we like here, okay? And the problem that I like here is evaluating internet connectivity. I'm going to go with that, okay? So we're going to say, we're going to go with the rural families. That problem, internet connectivity. All right. We're taking notes, folks. We're taking notes. The end is the shabao. I got you. All right. Identify what to trade in exchange for money and the opportunity to sell, right? So what are you going to give them to help solve their problems? What are you going to help them with? What are you going to create for them, right? So we can talk about promotional products, like what kind of products could I do to attract these types of buyers, to attract these types of clients, right? So I'm going to say, give me 10 promotional products, or let me say 10 promotional ideas to sell, let's say real estate. Actually, let's do this, to get real estate buyers based on trends and patterns in, I live in Miami, so I'm going to go with Miami, Florida, specifically to families with work from home parents that help solve, alleviate, or remedy internet issues mentioned earlier. Notice we said mentioned earlier. Again, prompt engineering, using previous prompts to create the next prompts, right? And so these are promotional ideas that you can have to help you come up with ideas on how to get these folks, okay, to be in your face. So 1 is host a webinar, 2 is create a blog on this, 3 is to offer free Wi-Fi assessments, right? 4 is to partner with with a co-working space. 5, develop a targeted social media campaign. 6, sponsor local work from home events. 7, create a custom property search portal. 8, offer a work from home ready certification. 9, provide a technology upgrade incentive. And 10, develop an email newsletter. Create a newsletter that provides information on latest trends of work from home living, including tips on improving internet connectivity, creating functional workspaces, finding best neighborhoods in Miami for remote workers, encourage potential buyers to subscribe and stay connected with your agency. So again, all of this is how do we promote to these specific people? Now, we're using this, you can use whoever you want, right? And so we're going to say, you know, and obviously we could get specific with this, but let's choose one. Let's say we do host a webinar, right? Let's do host a webinar on work from home friendly homes, offer an informative online seminar focusing on the best neighborhoods and properties in Miami with strongest internet connectivity and amenities catering to the work from home families, right? So I'm going to choose this offer. This is host a webinar, right? So host a webinar is how we're going to promo. So we write promo, host a webinar. All right, moving on. That's going to be our trade and offer. Now we're going to say, now we're going to create urgency. Give me 10 different urgency based incentives to increase desirability for, and we're going to say, families with work from home parents interested in and then what was it? Joining a webinar on work from home friendly homes in Miami. All right, let me fix my spelling here. All right, urgency base. So we're creating urgency behind our promotion. We're creating excitement beyond our promotion, right? Okay. Now, check this out. Limited time webinar discount, right? Exclusive property preview, free home office design consultation, complimentary Wi-Fi assessment. Look, I'm loving the complimentary Wi-Fi assessment, okay? So we're gonna bring this in, all right? So urgency, complimentary Wi-Fi assessment. So basically what you're saying is you work with me and you're scared about the service. What we're going to do is we're going to hire somebody for you to go to the house during the inspection period, and they are going to do a connectivity and Wi-Fi assessment for you. What? Who does that, by the way? Like, have you ever done that before? I've never done that before. I never even thought about that. Right? So this is the exciting parts of this, right? So we're going to stick to that complimentary Wi-Fi assessment right there. Okay. And then we're going to put it all together. We need to humanize this in a sense. So we're going to have a little bit of fun when we put all this together, but humanizing it means that we're going to talk about what type of ad we're running. In this case, it could be Facebook. Okay. If there's an offer, if there's a business name, right? Like whatever team at whatever company, right? We're going to include perspective, include mood. We're going to include style. We're going to have some fun with that. Okay. Include tone. You could include a tone like informal, formal, optimistic, pessimistic, friendly, assertive, right? Include a voice. You can make it Obama, Trump, Iron Man, Superman, Charlie Brown, Vito Corleone, Barbie, Big Bird. Like you could really humanize this in a sense, right? You can make the mood happy, sad, excited, panic, reflective. You could include style. You can make it in the style of Dr. Seuss, or you can make it in the style of Sherlock Holmes. Whatever you're having fun with, you can have fun. This is your post to enjoy, right? Include a call to action, obviously. Include a sales mechanism, right? Like join my webinar, click here to register, right? That kind of thing. And include parameters. So this is the master. We're going to write out this master. Again, this is recorded, so you guys can come back to the recording, check this out, okay? But we're going to include the master now. So the master goes something like this based on all the information we have. We're going to say, write a meta to sell. Now, what is a meta? A meta means that we are creating a post for any company that's owned by Meta, which is Facebook and Instagram, right? All right, create a meta to sell real estate buyers at, I'll use LPT Realty because that's the company I'm with, for families with work from home parents who is experiencing and then we'll bring the problem in, right? Concerns with internet connectivity. Okay. Right from the perspective of the real estate agent, right in a playful mood, we'll say playful, okay, in the style of Sherlock Holmes, with a chilling tone, in the voice of James Bond. Have fun with me, guys, all right? Use a call to action with free consultation and webinar to get people to register for the webinar. Use these parameters. So you're telling it how you want it written now. No more than 10 sentences in compliance with Meta's terms and policies. Each sentence separated by an empty line and signed off by or signed off from, and this is where you would sign it, right? So I'd say Miami's favorite Marine Corps realtor, David Kurz. Okay, so now let me fix my spelling here. I don't know what happened here. All right, let me fix my spelling. And so this is your master prompt. This is everything that we found while we were prompting, while we were doing prompt engineering. This is everything that we found to help us get to this final prompt. And this final prompt is going to give us the answer that we're looking for, okay? So watch this. You want me to read this in James Bond voice? You ready for this? The mystery of elusive internet connectivity. Fear not, dear families, for LPT Realty holds the key to your digital conundrum. In the spirit of Sherlock Holmes, we've deduced the perfect Miami abodes for work from home parents, ensuring seamless connectivity and productivity. Picture this, a home with lightning fast internet, as thrilling as James Bond car chase, ready to tackle your every online endeavor. But the intrigue doesn't end there, my dear prospective buyers. Join our captivating webinar to unravel the secrets of Miami's most connected homes, where work from home dreams become a reality. Don't let this opportunity vanish like a specter in the night. Register now and secure your place in this exclusive event. Unlock the door to your future with a free consultation, guided by the astute insights of our real estate sleuths. The game is afoot, and your perfect home awaits. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to embark on this adventure with Miami's favorite Marine Corps realtor, David Adam Kurz. Register now, and together we shall conquer the enigma of work from home connectivity. Guys, this is prompt engineering. This is you getting the answers in the post that you need. You don't have to think about this anymore. Now, because I was instructing this, it took us a good 30 minutes to put this together. But it does not take that long if you know the prompts, right? You sit down, you do the work. You sit down, you do the work. You sit down, you do the work. And you can knock this out. This is 7 minutes of work to find the absolute perfect post. Right? Let me see. I want to try something. Create the above adding emojis to make it more attractive for a Facebook post. Now I just added emojis to the post. And guys, all you got to do is copy and paste this to your Facebook. Go to Canva, get a picture of Sherlock Holmes with his magnifying glass, put a house under the magnifying glass, put some Wi-Fi signals for connectivity, right? Put your information on it, your company name, logo, everything. Get your phone number on there and post this, and then create an Eventbrite that invites people to a webinar that you're going to give about connectivity in homes in your area. Run this as an ad. Take that same post, run it as an ad. Have fun with this. Get dressed up like Sherlock Holmes and make a video saying all of this. How cool would that be? Right? Have fun with it. Listen, if you're the type of person that you feel like you're that in private but not public, bring the private to the public, because people love this shit. They love you for who you are, right? That's it. That's it. You are who you are. So be you. Listen, we are going to get judged by people no matter what we do. No matter how we post, no matter what picture goes up, we are going to get judged. So we might as well get judged for being who we are, rather than getting judged for trying to be someone else. So have fun with it. Dress up, make videos, talk, have fun, dance with it. I don't care what you do. But this, you could use this to take you and take your business to the very next level. Honest to God, this is it right here. This is it. All right, you guys want to see a crazy trick? This is my bonus because it's 11:48. I'm gonna show you guys a crazy trick. Give me 5 top tips and tricks for home sellers. I get a lot of times, David, I don't really know what to post on social media. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna show you real quick. These are 5 top tips and tricks for home sellers. Price your home right, boost your curb appeal. Yeah, right. When you drive up to the house, got to look good from the beginning. Declutter and depersonalize, take down the family pictures and stuff like that. We always give that advice to our clients, right? Make small repairs and updates, just like the minor stuff, get it out the way, you know, so that people don't see a cracked light switch or something like that. Like that's a dollar fix, right? Stage your home professionally. If necessary, stage it professionally, right? So these are great tips that you could give to somebody. Yes. Okay. So now this is what we're going to do. You're going to open up a Google Sheet. I'm going to start with a blank one. This is my last tip of the day, guys. Last tip of the day, and I'm going to let you guys go. We're going to copy this. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to go to Excel. I'm going to paste it there. So now I got 5 tips and tricks, right? I'm going to name this 5 tips and tricks for sellers. Cool. Then I'm going to export this, download it as a CSV. Okay. So I'm going to download it as a CSV. Now it's in my downloads. Okay. Marina, you said we could rewatch this on YouTube. Absolutely. It's going to be on my YouTube by the end of the day. Mike, my personal assistant, will make sure of that. Okay. Next place we're going to is Canva. All right. We're going to create a design. We're going to go to Instagram post square. Okay. And now we're going to create some Instagram posts, right? And so we're going to say real estate tips. Okay. And we're going to I'm going to choose one that's super simple. So work with me here. Okay. Here we go. Looks great. Okay. I'm going to come in here. You can add your logo. You can do all that stuff. You can change the colors, blah, blah. But for the sake of time, we're going to move on. Okay. Then you're going to come over here to bulk create. If you don't see it here, it would be inside the apps area here. Okay. I'm going to go to bulk create. I'm going to upload my CSV. I'm going to go to my downloads. I got my 5 tips and tricks for sellers there. I'm going to open that. There it is. I'm going to click on this here because that's where I want my tips and tricks to go. I'm going to right click. I'm going to go connect data. And I'm going to choose the data I want to connect. Okay. I'm going to change the size because I can already see that it's going to go overboard. Okay. There's the size I'm going with. Then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to hit continue. I'm going to select all. I'm going to generate 4 pages. And I now have 4 posts with the different tips and tricks that we were able to pull off of ChatGPT. Simple. Why? Because Canva is now tied into AI. It picks this stuff up quick. Okay. Here's another trick I'll give you. Yes, they all look exactly the same with the same picture and the same everything, right? So you go to the second one. You're going to come over here to elements. You're going to search real estate. You're going to go to photos. You're going to find photos you like. You're going to replace the background. Then I'll grab this one, replace the background. Then I'll grab this one, place the background. And now I have 5 different backgrounds, different looking posts, all with different tips and tricks. And I can come over here and I can go download and I can save all 5 of those in one shot. All right, guys, that's my final tip and trick of the day using ChatGPT. Guys, thank you very much for dropping in with me. Super excited to be here with you guys. We do this every single Thursday at 11 a.m. Typically, we don't really dig in with a lot of sharing the screen. I'm more up here because I'm more of a hype person. But the only way to really show you what we were doing today was to really dig into ChatGPT and really have fun with it. So guys, I hope this helped you out tremendously. It should be on YouTube by this afternoon. Just check on my YouTube and you should be able to find me. Just go to YouTube, type in David Adam Kurz, and you're going to find me. Okay. Thank you guys. Oh, and you could subscribe too. I would really appreciate that. See you guys later, man. Have a fantastic day. You're very welcome. I hope this really helps you in your business.